Hey, what's up video people? This is Jeremy, and today we're going to review the Azden SMX-30 shotgun mic, and we're going to see if it is in fact worth your money. Full disclosure, this SMX-30 was provided to me by Azden for review. That doesn't mean I'm going to take it easy on them. Let's talk specs. The Azden SMX-30 has your low-cut filter. Let's say you have some low-frequency noise like wind or humming in the vents, then you're going to use the low-cut filter capability. And the Azden SMX-30 also has gain control. Let's say you have a mic preamp connected to your SMX-30 and you're getting some noise. You can adjust the gain control to make sure that you get nice, clean audio. But those aren't completely unique to the shotgun mic. There are two things that are really unique to this mic that I want to show you. The first thing is the auto power capability. Let me show you how this works. Let's say you're out vlogging, so let's put that on auto. Right now it's off, but look what happens when you turn it on. Shotgun mic turns on automatically. Turn it off. Like magic. That's a cool feature. When you're out vlogging, you don't want to be fiddling with power buttons on every which attachment. And the less that you're fiddling with equipment, the more it means that you can just focus on getting your action and your shots. No more missed moments or double punching your audio. I would never do that, right? The next feature that the Azden SMX-30 offers is stereo and mono switching. Let's say you want to get really nice B-roll footage with ambient sounds. You want to get street sounds. You're going to switch that to stereo and start recording. Let's say you want to focus on someone's spoken audio. You know, you're interviewing someone or you're of course just vlogging in front of it. Switch that to mono. I have never seen that in any other shotgun mic. But how well does the Azden SMX-30 work in a real world scenario? I took to the streets of Toronto to find out for you.
Alright, so we're at Toronto's Yonge and Dundas Square now, and if you want to test out a microphone, this is a place where you want to do it. This will be a really good test to see just how well the Azden SMX-30 does versus an internal mic on a mirrorless camera. So you're getting all sorts of noise here. There's like traffic noise, there's people noise, really lively, bustling area. You should be able to hear more of me and less of the traffic around, but it's still pretty loud. So this will be a really good test to see just how well the Azden SMX-30 does versus an internal mic on a mirrorless camera.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
YouTube channel?
Yeah, see you guys later.
All right, so we're in Toronto's Graffiti Alley. It's a new legal street art exhibition in Toronto. The SMX-30 is on top of the GH5. It's on mono mode. Like all sorts of really well-known artists have put up their work here, and it's kind of busy. Like there's like street traffic on the right side. So this is the internal GH5 mic. Just a few people kind of walking down the alley here. This is, oh, the streetcar. Perfect. So the internal GH5 mic should be noisier. And there's just like, you know, pedestrian traffic and chatter kind of behind me here. Really cool little spot. So you should hear the gym class behind the mic. Yep, some traffic. This is Toronto's Graffiti Alley. Cool little spot. That's it for now.
Here's a nice little spot that I found. We're in the middle of the plaza in the financial district, nice and private. Right now I'm recording with the internal mic for the GH5. And there's actually a bar right behind the camera that's playing a bunch of really loud music. I just plugged in the Azden SMX-30 into the GH5. You should have a much easier time hearing me right now. It should do a better job isolating that raucous nightclub noise coming from behind the camera. So let's do some quiet listening with the Azden SMX-30. Here is an interesting scene in the chaos of Toronto. I have the internal GH5 microphone connected. SMX-30 plugged in. Still the same sounds. Air conditioning compressor, traffic all around. There's some traffic sounds around. Alright, so we're at Cardoso Boxing Gym and yeah, it's super loud right now. You got the guys right behind me here, all hitting the heavy bags, and you have the music behind the camera. SMX-30 is plugged in, so same level of noise. Guys hitting the heavy bags behind me. radio behind the camera. Just hold up that hit in the bags. It is super loud, it's super noisy. And to the right, there is music, chatter. It's great. It's a great way to test and see how well the audio performs. So it's a super noisy environment right now, and there's music right behind the GH5 as well. So this is the internal GH5 microphone. Like I was saying, this is a great way to test and see how well the SMX-30 performs when there's noise coming at every angle of the camera. Okay, so this is the internal GH5 mic, and we're in Hilton Falls. Right now we're just using the GH5's internal microphone only. Let's take a listen and see what is picking up around us. I've plugged in the SMX-30 into the GH5, and I'm standing about the same distance as before, about 3 feet away from the shotgun mic. Took a hop back, I'm about 5.5 feet away from the internal GH5 microphone. About 5.5 feet away from the mic now, from the SMX-30 that is. Not sure what you're hearing right now, but the audio quality should be getting worse and worse. All right, so it's starting to get a little bit cold out here. Let's head back inside and talk about whether or not you should buy the Azden SMX-30 for your next shoot.
So at the end of the day, how well did the SMX-30 perform? I personally think it performed really well. It did a great job filtering out the low to medium frequency noise, things like traffic, wind, vent noise, even ambient music. So if there's ambient music playing in your vlog or in your production in the background, YouTube's automatic flagging algorithm might think that you're attempting to use it as part of your production, which means, that's right, your video gets demonetized. So the benefit of having a shotgun mic like the Azden SMX-30 means that it's going to reduce the ambient sound from any blaring stereos around you. That's a really, really good reason to use the Azden SMX-30 over your internal mic. Also, the Azden's battery life was excellent. I was out shooting for about 8 hours, and I had to swap out my GH5 battery twice. But even then, I didn't have to switch out the batteries for my SMX-30 a single time. That is awesome. But as good as the SMX-30 is, I do have some critique about the SMX-30. Complaint number one, there's a battery on indicator in the back of the SMX-30. But what if I am vlogging? I'm gonna be looking at it from this angle, right? There is no light. I have no way of knowing if the SMX-30 is on. My second issue is kind of a minor issue. Inside of here, there is actually a diagram on the bottom that tells you which direction and which polarity your AA battery should be inserted into the mic. The diagram is really difficult to see. It's kind of buried deep into the battery compartment because right now, if you look at it in low light, you can barely see the diagram. That means I could be fiddling with my batteries and missing an important shot. So that's it. That's the Azden SMX-30. This is a really good shotgun mic to have. It's packed with features. It makes life easier. I would highly recommend the Azden SMX-30. This is a vlogger's best friend. It helps you get better audio, it helps cover your behind as far as filtering out unwanted ambient music. It's probably gonna stay glued to my GH5 anytime I leave the house. The SMX-30 is the best option on the market at this price point. Thank you so much for watching, and comment below. Tell me what kind of shotgun mic you're using and what kind of brands have worked out best for you. See you later.